Hi water signs, welcome back to my channel. We are about relationship with ourselves first, okay? Because we want a healthy relationship outside of ourselves, but we need to manage the emotions to identify our intuition, okay? Because it comes with spiritual wealth, spiritual health, but it comes with the essence of love, all right? Love of self, love of planet, love of God, love of beings, okay? So we're looking for the balance so we can co-create with the universe, because the universe does not go against us, all right? You could be thinking about a man, or you could be a man, you could be a book writer, a writer, or you could have secrets, knowledge, wisdom, all right? But we're looking at a man, all right? Or you're thinking a man, or I'm talking to a man, all right? Water signs, okay? The next card we have with this situation, all right, is a new cycle. Someone's probably looking at an engagement, okay, or a new cycle, all right? Or things just keep going round and round. Someone feels like they need clarity. But we're looking at an engagement, looking at marriage, looking at a new cycle for some of you. For some of you, there seems to be a cycle that's on someone's mind. Maybe it's a cycle of like religious beliefs are clashing, difficulties, maybe in spirituality, bringing in a new cycle. Maybe there's difficulties bringing in a spiritual family. But we're looking at maybe a new cycle of spiritual thinking. Because it seems like something's coming to an end. Because there seems to be arguments about a new cycle. Maybe there needs to be an ending of a difficult situation that's bringing arguments, crossroads. Maybe with a masculine, maybe about a wedding, an engagement, a marriage, or creating a new cycle when it comes to spirituality. For some of you, there's a masculine, he's thinking very negative thoughts. Needs to come to an end. On his mind, there's too much arguments. Maybe he's talking, gossiping, creating difficulties, argumentative, creating endings of cycles. Being very strategic, thinking he is a professional. Maybe someone needs to see a professional, maybe a therapist, a healer. Maybe this is a wicked healer. He's not a healer. Practitioner. Maybe he has a difficulty bringing in a cycle of money. Maybe someone wants to end an intuitive cycle with someone because maybe they're jealous. Because now we see a difficult situation. Because when we look at the cross, all right, the cross means that someone, this masculine, on his mind is about religion. It's about sacrifice. It's about purity or none. It's about endings. It's about pain. So a masculine on his mind is thinking about the foundation of his communication, the way he talks, maybe he's gossiping, all right? But it seems to be a masculine at a cross, all right, when it comes to pain, sacrifice, religious beliefs, maybe spiritual beliefs as well. Because we're looking at a difficulty for this masculine when it comes to his cycle. His cycle is bringing in nothing but like arguments because the lack of maybe spiritual discipline. Maybe looking at repeated cycles. Or maybe he's looking at ending a cycle. Maybe ending being a writer, or ending talking about a writer. Or ending working with a writer. But this seems to be an ending of a cycle when it comes to like plenty of something. Plenty of money, plenty of abundance, okay? Someone has a difficulty when it comes to the flow, emotions. Someone has blocked emotions. Someone's heart is blocked. Someone's heartbroken about an ending when it comes to finance. Because it seems to be somebody is a fox. Someone's being very dishonest. Someone is being very dishonest about being a professional or a doctor or a detective. You could be looking at a stranger or a foreigner. Somebody wants to end someone they don't know. A cycle, and is bringing an argument. So this person is looking at a cycle of arguments because someone is lying about being an expert because they're looking at finances. This could be a foreigner to you. or someone that lives in a foreign country. This could be someone that works in the Marines, a doctor, specialist, a detective, an expert, but he's being very dishonest, this person. Okay? So we're looking at spiritual crossroad. There's been arguments, there's been difficulties, all right? Very dangerous situation that has to come to an end. Someone probably wants to break someone's heart. Why? Someone's got a wicked heart, a very cruel heart. Maybe someone wants to end the love of someone. A friend is sniffing. An older gentleman who's bringing in difficulties. Someone, difficulties for a woman that's probably working alone. That's the secret about an offer. Maybe about a letter or something, a delivery or something. Maybe he's heartbroken and doesn't want it to happen, because if it happens, his cycle of money stops. Because why? He's a liar. He's very dishonest. Water sign person. You could be a Scorpio person. Could be a childhood friend. Or you've got memories of this person. He's very selfish. But you're looking at, some of you is looking at an innocence. Someone's yearning. Maybe you met someone, they were very kind. It could be a family friend or a family. It could be someone you've known from a child. But we're looking at also immaturity when it comes to religion. Maybe someone's arguing with a friend. You could be dealing with another Scorpio person. But this person seems to be coming in with arguments, difficulties, because someone's lying about how they're an expert or a doctor or a spiritualist or something. So now there's an argument. But somebody's trying to end this cycle of arguments. Yeah, someone was being very wicked and difficult about Aquarius person. Somebody was spreading rumors, gossiping. Somebody wants an Aquarius to remain stuck in a cycle. But somebody wants to end. Because there seems to be an unseen danger. So you've got to use your intuition. Maybe you're thinking about an Aquarius person, water sign. They're going for a slow healing. Because somebody wanted them to be trapped in trouble. But there seems to be plans have been changed due to instability. Someone feels very overwhelmed about arguments, difficulties, spiritual connections. Because now we understand somebody wants to end an Aquarius person, or the thoughts of ending an Aquarius person. Or end lying, stealing, cheating. Someone's lying about wanting to end someone. Someone's lying about cheating. But maybe somebody wants to end being very dishonest, because they're not being honest. They're being sneaky in their sneakers, sneaking around, eating Snickers. Remember Snickers were called Snickers? Oh yeah, Snickers and the knickers, cheating as they're heating. Much more trickery, dickery docks to climb on the cock so they can spy. Now we have a lack of consciousness, you know. Somebody wants to end a strategy, a traitor, scheming. The devil, maybe a water sign person. Been playing with the darkness since a child. Obsession. Maybe have a little bit of mental issues. But we're looking at materialistic person. Maybe someone's thinking about a Libra person. Maybe thinking about mental overload. Somebody wants to relax the mind now. Someone you're dealing with, water sign, or you could be the water sign, living in fear. Why? Because they were talking, gossiping, doing the most. So now we have a mental health issue, maybe, for some. Someone's very obsessive because they like gold, oil, diamonds, the devil's energy. They don't believe in God, G-O-O-D. They want to be known for the villain. So they're going to do the most when it comes to bullying, thieving, being violent. Because they like to abuse relationships that they have. But they hide it within cycles of violence, indirect violence. This is the expertise of the devil energy under the flesh of someone that acts nice, warming, happy memories. But from a child, happy memories isn't happy memories for this one. It's always been a wicked little boy, haven't you? Some of you, water signs. It's time to give up the devil energy and start coming to God. Create a new cycle. Somebody wanted to end a cycle for an Aquarius person, a masculine maybe. Could be thinking about a Capricorn person or Scorpio person. But his thoughts are very heavily on a new cycle for an Aquarius person. because he wanted to end the Two of Cups. So he brought dishonesty, imbalance. He didn't want it to be balanced. So he brought arguments, the whip. Wanting to whip people into his shape, into his ideology of thinking. Because he's the devil. Doesn't believe in love unless it's got money hanging on the end of it. So you're looking at a breakup now, maybe with an Aquarius person or Cancer person. Could be dealing with a Cancer person. Maybe there's a marriage breakup. Maybe there's a breakup about finances over a Two of Cups. Now there's a celebration after a separation. Because somebody was abusing, weren't they? Bullying to make sure a new cycle didn't happen. Because now we're looking at maybe someone's talking about a Scorpio bringing difficulties with an upside down Empress. Taurus, Libra person. Very dependent, lazy person. That's the talk, isn't it? Gossiping people are about stagnation, smothering. Someone was very stubborn, you know. Very stubborn because they were jealous, lazy and over self-indulgent. Could be an artist, a gardener or a singer. Or you could be a judge, a designer, a dancer or into floristry, you know. But we're looking at indecisive people because they were living with the devil. You could be an artistic person trying to create a balance, but instead someone came in with imbalance because they have an addiction, obsession, jealousy, envy over a Two of Cups. So now we see Sneaky Beaky Becky sitting there in regret, I guess. Because they were being very dishonest, weren't you? Very suspicious they were. Oh, never mind. Now we see a lack of stability. Maybe with a Virgo person or a Taurus person or a Libra person. Now we see a breakup. They wanted a breakup. They want to be known as the villain. As long as they're famous, they don't really care, do they? No, they don't. So now somebody is looking at ending a deception, ending a lie. Or maybe wants to end cheating. Or create balance after an imbalance when it came to a Two of Cups from God's divine energy. Because if suddenly someone sees that someone's being very dishonest when it comes to the lack of their stability. Because they're not honest when it comes to the recklessness of spending. An upside down Nine of Pentacles. When it comes to work, it comes with shady investments. Lack of security. But because maybe someone's quite intuitive, quite psychic, they don't want someone to go into their Two of Cups. Very jealous. Instead, they want the book deals and the published deals when it comes to the Two of Cups. They want to get rid of an Aquarius person. 6 foot under, I guess. But it didn't work, did it? Water sign. All for an inheritance from a Leo person. Someone is very upset about Aquarius not being 6 foot under or mentally sick. Someone's upset that now maybe someone's defending their finances through their intuition. Maybe a Leo person. Because now we have a Leo fire sign. 6 of Wands. Could be someone famous. But you want to see victory, reward, success. Because he's following the heart. Why? The soul is in the middle of the heart. Why? Because the heart is the seat of the soul. So now we understand that's how we can bring victories. Good news. All right. Someone's being a leader. Someone's very confident. Because now we're going into recognitions that make sense. It wasn't for superficial reasons. Because someone was looking for fame. But a Taurus, Libra, Capricorn person you're thinking about is the devil. So now we're looking at an earth sign person. Are you water sign? Just saying they have a lack of stability, recklessness, spending, shady investments. You understand how this person has a lack of security when you both went and plotted and planned. It didn't work, did it? No, it didn't. So now maybe you feel, maybe water signs, that maybe a dad or a man or someone in your energy, a Capricorn person or Scorpio person, is the devil when it comes to an upside down Empress. So now we understand that somebody tried to put someone away for financial reasons. Maybe they were fighting over dead money. That means when someone dies and someone leaves money for someone or a house for someone, an estate for someone, guess who's fighting for it? The people that don't even belong to them. So what they do, they create madness. So that person looks like they, don't worth the inheritance. This time it's not even belong to you, does it? No, it doesn't. So please, people, use your intuition. Write your dreams down. Because just like my grandmother, she always says to me, they stole from me. That family did. Yeah, my family did. Yeah. I hear it all the time. So I don't talk to them. Yeah, I stand up for what's right. It's the truth only. If you don't like the truth, oh well. Next time, tell your daddy don't be a devil. And don't pass it down to you then. Simple. All right, water signs, remember, walk in love, talk in truth. And when it comes to the good people, guess what? All lies are going to end now. You're going to have peace. Why? Because water signs, you are the walking example of emotions. You're going to teach, okay, the Capricorns and the earth sign and the Virgo that's giving you problems, or you're creating the problems, or another Scorpio in your life, or a Cancer person in your life. You're going to teach them that water means emotions. Okay, it means feelings, it means a lesson of peace, so that we can have peace on earth and not take the piss, because people like to be on their knees sucking for honeybees because they want a financial deal, maybe from a Leo person that needs to stand up for themselves. And then we see the 7 of Wands as well. Someone has to stand up for their heart. Oh yeah, okay, because that's where your soul is. So someone's defending themselves against the devil person, maybe a masculine Capricorn or Scorpio person that acts like they're an expert religious person or a spiritual person, and they don't know nothing. No, they don't. They're just taking down the devil's avenue. Oh yeah, for toxicity. You know, there's festival parks. So now we're looking at defense. Somebody wants to stand up for their beliefs, maybe a Leo person when it comes to their finances or their intuitive self, or the plenty of what they have, or the plenty of emotions they have. For a Tour cup, which is Aquarius person, that somebody tried to end someone's feelings for an Aquarius person because they were looking for someone's finances. All right, remember, walk in love, talk in truth, and be brave and maintain your control. All right, my darlings. All right, take care. Love you guys. Bye.